God, it feels wild. Like it's been a couple weeks since I recorded a video for Nikke. Doesn't help that Christmas and New Year's coming up, but they released this like right before Christmas, and I'm like, I can't do it. But now I can, since it's 2 days after Christmas. I can go through it now, and that's what we're gonna do. Yep, basically it says it all. Rapi's story is basically what this is gonna be, and we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it all. All right, let's get into this. I had to take a pause because I wanted to make sure everything was working. I was gonna lose my mind if I started like recording this, and it like wasn't recording any audio from the game at all. I just had to make sure.
Commander, are you going straight back to the Ark?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say something. I don't like her outfit, to be honest. I don't mind it's mostly the top that bothers me. I don't, of course, I like the red hair. And I don't mind, well, I guess the skirt, if you can call it that. But anyway, let's go. Oh, whoa. Is she like venting energy on her, oh, whatever. Let's go. Yeah, I have a lot of things to do.
If you're not busy, could I speak to you briefly in the commander's room?
I don't know why I can't recall the name. Asshole. Sure, that's fine.
Jeez, using your transformation as an excuse? Talk about shameless.
I need to... Fuck, man. I need to catch up with the main story. I'm like 2 chapters behind. I'm so close. I've just been leveling up the Nikkes. I still need to upload some chapters. The Crystal Arc. I think I'm halfway done with that. I haven't uploaded when we actually go into the crystal area with Alec hammering and that one girl, why am I forgetting her name, that betrays us. Fragile. No, not Fragile. I can't remember her name.
I haven't the faintest idea what you're insinuating, but I'd like for you and Neon to come as well.
Why? Have you got something to say to us?
Yes. I think it's time we talked.
We're gonna have a talk.
About what happened to me. And how I lived.
The lore.
There's a lot that I still haven't told either of you.
We need the lore.
Or the commander, for that matter.
Ooh. Should we bring something?
Popcorn.
Fried chicken and soda? Maybe something sweet for snacks?
Fried chicken and soda.
Oh, good idea. Will you be talking for a while, Rapi? If you are, that'll change how much we'll have to buy.
It's not exactly going to be a fun story. You shouldn't have to prepare too many things.
Let's head to the outpost. I'll tell the top brass that we've got to handle some quick maintenance issues.
All right. Thank you.
Maintenance.
Let's see. Snacks? Check.
Ugh, I hate being sick. I hope I don't. I probably sound a bit different. I ended up getting a cold on Christmas. It's starting in my throat, and now my nose is just kind of clogged.
Drinks? Check.
That sounded
Comfortable
wrong.
seating? Check. Washroom? Check.
You two are really going overboard with this.
They're in my room. Should we turn on some music?
No, that won't be necessary.
Anise, can I get some of that chocolate syrup? Here. What kind of cookies did you get? Raspberry and pecan. Which one would you like? Raspberry.
Raspberry and pecan? What kind of cookies are those? Why don't you just get chocolate chip or peanut butter?
Hold on. What's that? Oh, these? Cilantro flavored chips. Oh. I think I'll pass on those.
Those actually probably won't be too bad.
I wasn't planning on sharing.
Yeah. Anise is a pig.
Do either of you ever plan on actually listening to my story?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. We're all done now. I'm ready.
Okay. I think I'll begin at
Whoops, sorry. These are crunchier than I thought they'd be.
You're eating the cookies out the
It's fine.
cookies.
I'll just get right into it. I'll start from when I was human. With my earliest memory.
How depressing is it gonna be? Small world. Small world of laughter. A world of cheer. It's a world of... I'm glad I don't remember the song. I'm glad I don't remember the Small World song. Just like one verse and I fucking forgot it.
The sudden ambush by those vile raptures has demanded that we move underground, where light cannot reach. We have suffered a long humiliation, to be sure. However, that humiliation will soon be over. The central government has invested untold time and effort into reclaiming the surface, which was stolen from us by the raptures. We have created countless state-of-the-art weapons, as well as those oh-so-gorgeous goddesses of victory, the Nikkes. With them, we will take back
Oh,
what
so
was
gorgeous.
ours from those vile raptures. This great fight is to be called the Surface Reclamation War. Operations will commence in 2 months.
The other thing is, wars get their names after the fact. You can't name a war before it happens. Like, people didn't call World War One until like way later. And a few years after it ended, it was just called the Great War. It wasn't until a little bit after like World War II where like that they're like, hey, you know, that first World War, and this is like World War II, this war is happening. It wasn't until that. You don't like when the French and British went to war, they didn't start calling it the 100 Years' War. It wasn't until later on that it was called that, because it went on for like 100 years. You know, like, we're going to war with the French, we're going to war with the British. This war is called the 100 Years' War. These guys would probably call it, they wouldn't even give it a name yet. The Surface Reclamation War. They wouldn't call it that. They probably, this is the reclamation project, and we're going to retake the surface. And then later on, people would call it the Surface Reclamation War, or they call it like the first Surface Reclamation War, or whatever. You guys understand. I don't know why I'm trying to explain so much.
Citizens of the Ark, prepare yourselves. Prepare for the moment in which we reclaim our homeland. With the Surface Reclamation War, we will soon bask in the glow of victory!
This commercial is on every single station. I'd rather be watching some cartoons.
You were born in the Ark, weren't you, Rapi?
Yes.
Child.
Then you might not realize how much this means to us. All of our real homes are up there.
Up where? In the sky?
So how old is Rapi actually? How long has she been in Nikke? Has it been almost 100 years? Because we know it's been 100 years since humans went into the Ark, and then I started doing stuff. It's been at least 100 years.
No, a place called the Surface.
I heard that it's dangerous there.
It is, since there are raptures everywhere.
Raptures are those monsters, right?
That's right. The raptures stole our home, and now we're trying to take it back. To that end, the central government has been preparing for a very long time.
Aren't the Nikkes the ones doing the fighting?
Yes, they are.
Nikkes are amazing. Goddesses of victory fighting for humanity. So cool.
I'm surprised she even has like the same speaking patterns that the Rapi does.
You really like Nikkes, don't you?
Of course. They're the best. They're so strong.
And how tragic it'll be when she gets turned into a mass-produced Nikke.
That they are. With them fighting on our behalf, we're sure to win.
I don't understand. What's so great about winning?
What's so great about winning? Excuse me? Let me quote a Mongol. It does not matter who is right, but who wins.
What a question. Everything.
Yes. Yes.
You've never seen the real sky, have you?
What do you mean?
I mean the actual sky, not an artificial projection.
I'm still not following.
You'll understand soon enough. The sky is absolutely breathtaking.
If you say so.
Yo, I don't know why a thing just popped in my head relating to Blade Runner. You know, the Tears in the Rain speech. How it's like, I've seen things that you people have never seen before. And how he's like describing being in space and around some of the planets. I can't remember the exact planets. I think maybe Jupiter or Saturn. And like how no other humans have seen that shit, but I've seen that shit. And I'm gonna die soon. And I'm sure some of the Nikkes, when they come back from the surface, because they're, you know, not many people go to the surface. It's a rare thing. I'm sure there's some terrorist Nikkes that are like, you have not seen the things I've seen up on the surface.
You're not interested?
The beauty.
You've been staring at that syringe during our entire conversation.
Is there any chance I can forgo the shot today?
Shots.
Come now. You know better than that. You need these shots and the medication to get better.
I'm not going down any rabbit holes.
I'm going to die in this place.
Who told you that?
Nobody told me, but you said it. You said it while you were talking to another nurse. You kept calling me a poor thing.
Poor thing. So poor.
Is that the end?
Well, to be honest, I don't know. It could be. It could not be. I don't know. I'm optimistic. When you die, do you just like end up in a black void? When you die, do you go to God? When you die, do you get isekai'd? When you die, do you understand everything there is to know about life? We really can't know. And we really don't know.
When you die, does all the pain go away?
That is a good question. I'm not gonna make some edgy jokes, okay? I'm gonna be a good person and not say bad things.
I'm sorry, Rapi.
Nurse,
Yes?
what happened?
What do you mean?
The surface reclamation war.
You remember all that? That was years ago.
It's been years?
I remember it because it interrupted my cartoons. So tell me, what happened?
We lost.
I see. Then what is going to happen?
Money is tight. So times in the Ark are going to be tougher. This hospital might not last much longer either.
Then what happens to me?
Dispose of the dead weight. Turn you into something useful. I can see that happening. There's too many humans in the Ark. We need to do something about it. I know. I'm still going with the theory that there's dumping human bodies to power the Ark in some. I'm telling you, this is all just an experiment by the Raptures, using what's left of humanity.
I'm not sure. They don't tell me these things. At any rate, we're all done for today. Do you need anything else?
No, I'm okay.
It's been a while since you had any requests. Are you okay?
What does it matter how I feel?
Depression.
I'm going to be lying here for the rest of my life. So what's the point of wanting anything?
You'll get better.
There's no point in trying to make me feel better either.
The thing that bugs me about this is that this is set in a history where they're able to take human brains and put them in robot bodies, but they're not able to fix certain human issues. They could probably put it in synthetic stuff in her Like, if it's her lungs, he can give her basically, like, robotic lungs. If it's heart, robotic heart. If she has legs, he can basically make her a cyborg, pretty much. But, I mean, still more human than a Nikke is.
Sorry. Thanks for your help today.
All right, then. You get some rest.
Oh, I wanted to say...
Yes?
I've seen a lot of cuts and bruises on your body lately. Are you okay?
Uh-oh.
I have been participating in protests.
What kind of protest?
Protests against blaming Nikkes.
Hmm?
They're being blamed for the failure of the surface reclamation war. Detractors are saying that all this time and money was spent on Nikkes for nothing. They say the Nikkes are the main cause of the current financial crisis in the Ark. Unspeakable things have been happening all over the city. I'm vehemently against that.
Nikkes didn't do anything wrong.
That's right. They sacrificed their minds and bodies for humanity. For us, they fought against an unknown foe. It's wrong to treat them like this after they risked their lives to fight for us. So I'm doing whatever I can to help. I know this might be a bit difficult for you to understand, Rapi. But you must never put a price on the sacrifices of others. The act itself is noble.
Okay.
I'll see you tomorrow.
That evening, while watching a news report on the violent crackdown of the protests, Rapi sees the nurse's name on the list of fatalities. Oh, well, no more. She can't protect you no more. You're gonna the government's coming for you. They're gonna turn you into a robot. Several years later.
How are you feeling?
Good.
Okay, let's prepare your injection then.
All right.
Is there anything else you need?
No.
I'm really... God damn it. I'm really sus on what they're injecting her with.
Very well. Rapi,
Yes?
the hospital is going to be shut down soon. The recession after the surface reclamation war hit our sponsors especially hard. This hospital has always been run entirely on grants, so times are tough.
I see.
I tried to find a place for you to stay, but I couldn't track down any of your family or relatives.
I know.
Adoption didn't work out either.
I'm not surprised, considering my illness.
There aren't any other viable hospitals either.
I figured.
Rapi,
Yes?
would you be willing to participate in a clinical trial? A new drug is being developed for children like yourself with rare diseases. It's a risky proposition.
Hey, you know, Trump introduced a thing, the right to try.
But if you participate in the trial, the hospital will be given another grant.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, if you're dying anyways, and there's, like, nothing they can do, then why not try something that's, like, way out there that could possibly save you? And if you die in the process, you're gonna die anyways. So, might as well.
If you help us, we won't need to close down the hospital.
Unless it's just lying to her. Your turn to do a Nikke.
No, never mind. I'm sorry. What am I saying? Let's finish up quickly so you can rest. I'm sorry.
I'll do it. I'll be in the trial.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Doctor,
Yes?
if I die, will I be at peace?
Living a life full of emptiness and nothingness.
What are you talking about, Rapi?
Tell me, will I be at peace?
I'm not sure either.
Several years later.
You're showing improvement. You're getting better. Rapi! You're the first case where this treatment has been successful. So you undergoing this is bound to garner us more financial support. Thank you, Rapi. Thank you so much. You've saved our hospital.
Rapi points at the TV with trembling hands. On TV, a person in a military uniform and another in a suit are debating.
Oh, that... Apparently, some Nikkes who are being persecuted attempted to escape to the surface.
Ah! The goddess fall!
The central government tried to destroy the elevator that they were using to go up. But there was an accident. They lost control of the elevator, and it nearly crashed in the middle of the arc. But before it landed, the Nikkes that were on board blew themselves up to prevent a catastrophe.
I mean...
It was an incredibly noble
questionable
thing they did. People have started referring to this entire incident as the Goddess Fall, and there has been an outpouring of grief for the Nikkes who sacrificed themselves. It significantly curtailed the voices of those factions who were so fervently anti-Nikke before. That program on television is a debate on whether or not to grant Nikkes additional rights. Nikkes may not be able to regain the glory of the past, but they can at least escape from this endless cycle of hate. I've said too much. Anyway, thanks to you, Rapi. There's hope. Just hang in there a little longer. I'll see you tomorrow.
I don't know if I'd be talking politics with my patient.
Don't forget to push this button if anything happens. Okay?
The doctor leaves the room, a joyful expression on his face. As he flips through the chart, Rapi frantically presses the red button at her fingertips, but no one comes. For the entire night, the tapping the plastic button is the only sound which echoes throughout the room. He wasn't doing too well. Several years later.
Rapi,
Yes?
how are you feeling?
Good.
Okay. Rapi,
What?
you have been cured. Congratulations.
Oh, she looks empty, in my opinion.
We'll be able to have you discharged very soon.
I'm fully recovered.
Correct.
What happens now?
You live an ordinary life.
How?
Was there anything that you ever dreamed of doing?
Yes. But I can't do it anymore.
The hospital will be moving. Well, restructuring would be a better word. We're in the midst of constructing a new, bigger building. To be exact, it will be a facility and not just a hospital anymore. Your participating in that clinical trial proved the effectiveness of the new drug. Because of that, our sponsors are providing more new drugs and additional financial support greater than we could have ever hoped for. It's a new beginning for the hospital, and for me. I'm hoping that you can start over as well, Rapi. I found a place for you, and I transferred plenty of money into an account under your name. I would like for you to do something with that.
What? How?
Think about it. You're young and have plenty of money.
But I want to go with you.
Thank you for everything, Rapi. Take care.
Thank you.
They're probably going to do fucked
Doctor.
up things at this new facility. Don't we just let her walk around with her... I almost forgot the name of it. Hospital gown. Rapi walks off, clutching onto a piece of paper in her hand as if it was a priceless artifact. Indecipherable letters and numbers are scribbled on the note.
I can't read this address.
Rapi feels the weight of something in her pocket and pulls out a card which is a mixture of black and white and gold.
Credits? Is this money? How do I use this?
Rapi glances around her surroundings. They are entirely unfamiliar to her. Tall buildings encircle her, and throngs of people shuffle busily past her. Rapi approaches the man to ask how to read the address and use the card.
Excuse me.
The man does not turn around.
Excuse me.
The man still does not turn around. Rapi notices something inserted into the man's ear. Whatever it is apparently being used to block out any outside noise. Rapi approaches to tap the man's shoulder, but he walks off to meet up with what appears to be a friend of his, laughing and chatting amongst themselves as they head off. Rapi looks around once again. No one makes eye contact with her. She's unable to approach anyone, as they all either have something plugged into their ears or are busily moving around. This is our future right here. Rapi walks aimlessly. She keeps walking. After a while, her feet start to hurt, and she takes another glance around. Everybody's wearing shoes. Looking down at her feet. No, no, no! Why did they go down to her feet? No! The foot fetish. She sees she is barefoot. She begins to walk again. Rapi comes across a large crowd gathered together, who are excitedly shouting something. He heads closer towards them.
Nikkes are not machines!
Protesting mass-produced Nikke. Wait.
We are sentient beings! Living things!
Is she... Was that Australian?
Never forget what happened during the goddess fall. We sacrificed ourselves for humanity, and yet humanity continues to persecute us.
Rapi doesn't understand what the woman was saying. All the people who have gathered stand without anything in their ears. She approaches them to ask for help. Uh-oh. An explosion rings out, causing the surroundings to shake. For a brief moment, Rapi feels dizzy and then collapses. Oh, that's an expression.
Have they lost their minds? You don't have to use violence to suppress a demonstration. We have to call off the gathering for now. What are you doing? Hurry up and hide! Huh? Who are you? I've never seen you before. You don't seem to be from the central government.
But what is this dialogue? Huh? Who are you?
Hold on. Are you a civilian? Here, come with me if you want to
Wait, fucking Terminator. Come with me if you want to live. Rapi crouches down. At the same time, she looks at the person who has been shouting at her. She lies motionless on the ground. A pool of strange colored liquid forms underneath her. Rapi instinctively turns around and runs.
We've got a runner! I've got her!
I got her! Bullets rain down upon Rapi, and she stays low as possible. Low as she possibly can while attempting to run. A bullet grazes her arm, causes her to stop.
Why bother running?
She collapses to the ground. Damn! So she accidentally gets turned into a Nikke? Was it not her choice?
Injecting nymph.
I thought it was gonna be her choice. Holy shit. Damn. That's crazy. I thought since she was sick and she was just going to grow up being sick, and she's like, yo, I'm fucking tired of this shit. Just turn me into a Nikke. Kind of like how Exia was. Like, Exia was like, oh, back in life shit. I'm lonely. Just turn me into a fucking Nikke. But no, Rapi doesn't get a fucking choice. Just keep going to protesting like, you're fucking dead.
Injection complete.
You're a Nikke now.
Anchored to brain. Copying information. Copy complete. What? Why is the capacity so small? Well, it happens. Let's see. There's nowhere she wants to go. Sure enough. Nothing. Her capacity is rather small. No wonder her sense of self is so muted. No need to generate a body map then. This one should be suitable for a mass-produced model.
Is that how they... People... But that's weird though, because Exia... I don't think Exia is a mass-produced Nikke. I'm sure she didn't end up as one. I think it's because she was good with tech. And she had good knowledge.
All right. Done. Injecting data into Nymph.
I'm trying to... I wish they were explaining a little bit more about the process. Did they inject the NIF into the human brain to copy the human brain? And then they take the copy and put it into something else? I want to... I want to understand more about it.
Let's see. Basic Tactical Pack. Surface Knowledge Pack. Rapture Data Pack. And... what is this? Why is her knowledge level so low? Where is this lady from? Spends her entire life apparently sheltered and ends up dead during a protest. Life is strange. Now, where's that knowledge pack? There we go. Injecting. What else is left? Is it about done? All right. Let's see. Hand over the brain extraction unit and... done.
Yeah, so I'm curious. I want to know what they did. Is injecting... So they injecting it into your brain, and then what, do they take it out? And then put it into the Nikke? Or do they take the human brain out and then put the stuff in to the Nikke? I didn't really understand. Rapi opens her eyes.
RR15436.
For some reason, Rapi knows that the serial number being called is referring to her.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Unsure.
Okay, that's normal. Get ready. We're going out.
Her voice sounds familiar.
Where are we going?
The squad leader briskly briskly tosses a USB stick to Rapi. I don't know, briskly. Why did it say briskly?
The operations details are all in there.
Understood.
Rapi connects the USB to her body, somehow knowing exactly what to do. Her eyes begin to glow.
Resource collection mission confirmed. My role is transportation.
Just carry as much as you can handle. If you can handle that, consider me impressed.
Understood.
Any questions?
No.
You're a strange one.
I don't understand.
People usually ask more about what they're supposed to do, whether it's dangerous, etc.
So this is why Rapi's so robotic, is because she has no drive in life. And it's not until she ends up beating Red Hood that she feels like she has to do something.
All that knowledge they injected you with doesn't compare to in-field combat experience. And yet you're being put straight into action without any adjustment period. Aren't you scared?
Are you not going to issue instructions during the operation?
I will be. That'll increase your chances of survival, if only minutely.
Then I am not scared.
I want to see early Unhwa when she was a commander.
It's clear what tasks I'll be responsible for. It's fine as long as I am not instructed to figure things out on my own.
Right. You really are an oddball. Squad 0910F has left the Ark and arrived on the surface. Commencing resource acquisition operation. Let's move out. Keep your head on a swivel, everyone.
As the 10 mass-produced Nikkes walk along the surface. That's why I wrote the 10! Not a word is spoken for a while until...
Hey!
The blue one! I should be collecting these since there's a bunch of different mass-produced Nikkes with this model. I like the white one. The white and black one. That was pretty cool looking. That's in Guillotine's Affection Story. I need to go through it. Look.
Hey, Nippy!
Are you speaking to me?
Yeah, you! You became a Nikke today? Is this your first operation?
Are you planning on engaging in conversation?
I guess?
Conversation is prohibited while engaged in an operation.
Did you hear that, leader?
If you've got the energy and the inclination, go for it. Just keep it down.
You hear that?
Am I to understand that we should engage in a conversation now?
Yes.
Very well. I will proceed in a dialogue with you.
So, how does it feel to become a Nikke?
I'm not sure yet.
I really like it.
Hmm?
I became a Nikke today, too. Since I'm being deployed at the same time as you, I guess you could say we're twins in a sense.
Kind of. They almost have the same model. Obviously, they are different. There's small little details like in the hair and, of course, the lips. Of course, the colors.
Today is your first day as a Nikke?
Yeah.
I thought you had been one for some time.
Me too. I've met a few cheeky Nikkes in my time, but none quite like you.
You're too kind, squad leader.
Keep it down, will you? If a rapture hears us, we're dead meat.
Roger. Anyway, I look forward to working with you. What's your name?
RR15436.
No, I mean your real name. Do you remember? I'm Sarah.
I'm Rapi.
Hey, let's try and be comfortable around each other, okay? After all, we're twins.
Camaraderie is good in military forces. When people become closer, like bros, they will fight even harder to keep each other alive. And there are also downsides, I will say. Which is part of the reason why you don't usually have women in military units, as they cause issues such as the woman randomly getting pregnant and men wanting to protect the woman over certain squad mates in certain situations. So
Very well.
That didn't sound terribly comfortable.
All right.
Oh, that's better. Then, to commemorate our new friendship, how about we get a drink once the operation wraps up?
I can't drink.
What do you mean? All you've got to do is take a sip of something and swallow. Easy. I'm counting you in. How about
I wanted
you,
to
squad
explain
leader?
why.
It has been a while for me. All right, fine.
All right, that makes 3. How about we make this a squad-wide gathering?
Fine, fine. But don't expect any fancy cocktails or hors d'oeuvres.
Of course, of course. A simple gathering is more than enough for me.
Tara slowly approaches Rapi and whispers,
To be honest, I've never drunk before either. When I was human, I was allergic to alcohol, so I couldn't drink. But now that we're Nikkes and none of that matters, this is the perfect chance to try.
You've never drunk before?
Nope.
Why are you so intent on trying something you know nothing about?
It's not every day you get to be reborn. So I figured I might as well try out some new things. How did you become a Nikke anyway?
by accident.
I got shot.
Where? In the Ark?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what did you do to end up getting shot? Were you the daughter of a grizzled crime boss or something?
I got caught up in a protest.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Mm.
I really didn't expect it to be something like that. I thought she was gonna choose to be a Nikke.
Aren't you going to ask me?
Ask you what?
Why I became a Nikke.
Why would I ask you that?
So that we can get to know each other.
Why do we need to know each other?
Because we're friends?
Leader, there's a squad member over here who isn't a team player.
I'll leave it to you to educate her as needed.
Roger. Oh boy, we're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about today. First, I want to hear about what kind of person you were as a human. FYI, I'm pretty darn persistent, so trying to avoid me won't do you any good.
I was stuck to a hospital bed for most of my life. Basically your whole life.
I propose a toast.
I don't have the energy to make any speeches. Let's just drink.
Aw, come on. We all made it out alive, didn't we? That's more than we could have hoped for, so we ought to celebrate.
Huh?
Don't people usually get killed when they go to the surface? We all made it out unscathed, so that calls for a toast, if you ask me.
Fine.
Oh, I skipped her. The squad 0910F sits around the table with cheap drinks and snacks, chatting noisily amongst themselves. The atmosphere is celebratory, one in light of their mission being a success. In the midst of the commotion, Rapi quietly sips her drink without saying a word.
This tastes strange.
Rapi, you're a real crack shot out there. You look like those illustrations they've got in the instruction manuals. Pew, pew, pew! Were you some kind of assassin when you were human?
No,
Then how come you're so good at shooting?
I'm not sure.
Right.
It's probably because she's
Guess it's
robotic.
You're just natural. What did you do when you were human, anyway?
What do you mean by that?
You know, what were your hobbies, dreams, aspirations, stuff like that?
I didn't have anything. Nothing.
No hobbies?
No.
No favorite food?
None.
No turn-ons or turn-offs?
She liked cartoons.
Negative.
I see what's happening here. You're the type who builds up walls and doesn't warm up easily to people. Well, you better brace yourself, because you'll find I don't give up easily.
Sarah suddenly slumps forward, her head slams into the table as she falls asleep.
Wow. That's my first time seeing someone pass out after drinking half a cup of booze. One of you barely makes a sound, and the other makes such a racket I could tear my hair out. Talk about a real pair of oddballs.
Rapi, what's your favorite color?
I don't have one.
Then how about red? I think it suits you.
If you say so.
Rapi, do you have any aspirations or anything like that?
I'm not sure.
Well, as for me, I'd like to... actually, I'm not going to say. Until you give me an answer, I won't tell you anything about me. If you want to hear my story, then you've gotta give me a proper answer. Got it? I'm telling you, you better bust out the tissues, because my story is a real tearjerker.
I somehow doubt it.
Dang, that was tough. Did you ever travel around when you were a human?
No,
Is there anywhere you want to go?
not sure. I don't know.
Come on. You're telling me there isn't a single place you're interested in going?
I don't know.
Hey, Rapi.
Yeah?
I'm tired of waiting. By the time you end up giving me an answer, I'll have forgotten my entire story. When we get back, I'm gonna end up talking about myself all night, so be sure to clean out your ears beforehand. Oh, and have plenty of snacks and drinks prepared.
Is that a reference to?
Just no alcohol, okay?
Okay.
No sleep for you tonight.
All clear. Come in, squad leader. All raptures have been eliminated. Awaiting further instructions.
Is Sarah dead?
Waiting for your order. Please issue a command.
Are they all dead? Rapi looks around. Nikke bodies lie scattered everywhere. They dead. Was this when she runs into Red Hood? Because Red Hood, she was by herself, and I think she was trying to return to the Ark, and they are all dead. Rapi moves slowly in search of any survivors. Squad leader's entire upper half is gone. 2 Nikkes have been decapitated. Rapi glances at the other bodies lying on the ground. Sarah is nowhere to be seen amongst them. Rapi stands in front of the 2 Nikkes without heads.
Sarah, I was a sickly person. From the day I was born, I never stepped beyond the walls of the hospital. It was my entire world. The day I was finally cured, I was unceremoniously thrust into the world. That's when I was killed. So I don't know anything. I don't know what kind of person I was. I don't know what I wanted to do. I'm sorry. I wanted to answer all of your questions. But there's nothing else I could have said to you other than that. I wanted to know about your story. I was always curious about how other people lived their lives. But I don't even know what kind of questions to ask. I'm sad.
Wait, behind bars. Rapi stands in the front of the vending machine. She enters her name, RR15436. A bar of Splinterman comes out. God damn it, my nose. Hang on, I'll be back. Alright. A bar of Splinterman comes out with a thunk. She picks it up and heads to an empty seat in the cafeteria. Voices can be heard all around her.
Is that her?
Lightheaded mass-produced Nikke.
Yeah, that's her.
Noisy mass-produced Nikke.
I saw her name when she entered it in the vending machine. RR15436.
Isn't she the one who brought back the head?
Yeah.
And she still got an appetite after that? Incredible.
Apparently she brought back 3 heads, not just 1.
Wasn't it 5?
I don't know. I heard 3.
Did she go and look for them and take out the raptors that killed them?
Should we ask?
Let's go. I think she's alone.
Rapi takes a bite of the Splinterman bar. She swallows it roughly and is about to take another bite when 2 mass-produced Nikkes sit down across from her.
You're RR15436, right?
That's right.
Were you in Squad 0910F?
Yes.
I heard they were all wiped out during an operation. Well, I guess not entirely wiped out, considering you're still alive.
Anyway, I heard you brought back a few severed heads. Was it 5 or 3?
3.
Wow. So the stories are actually true? Amazing. But why do you do that?
Nikkes can survive and be regenerated as long as their brains are intact.
So you cut your squad mates' heads off and brought them in? And you've still got an appetite after all that grisly business?
I failed to see the correlation between the two.
Oh, well, it's just... There you are, yucking it up with your squad mates one moment, and the next you're cutting off their heads. Yet you seem completely unaffected.
I simply felt the best outcome would be for them to be brought back to life.
But you don't feel unsettled in any way?
Not at all.
Eesh, personally, I don't think I'd be able to do it.
I heard you got some kind of medal.
Yes, I did.
That's it? Just a crummy medal?
They also said I could join any squad of my choice. I received some credits as well.
Credits? How much?
20 million.
How much is that?
Wow. They're really laying it on thick these days.
I still find it hard to believe. Did you really bring back 3 heads?
Yes.
So, you're telling me there you are, the only one left standing. You take the heads of your 3 squad mates, stuff them in a brain shelter, then traverse the surface, on your own, mind you, for an entire week before arriving at the Ark?
Okay, I wonder... They skip? I wonder if she... this had to have been the point where she ran into Red Hood.
That's right.
And you didn't run into any raptures on the way?
I attempted to avoid combat as much as possible, but I ended up in 12 separate engagements.
And you defeated them all? By yourself?
Yes.
I know what you're doing. I don't care how desperate you are for attention. You should know better than that.
I don't understand what you mean.
If you're gonna lie, you could at least try and make it more believable.
I'm not making anything up.
Be honest. You butchered your squad members before going on the operation. And you left 3 alive so you could take their heads with you. You did it all so you could get that goofy medal.
Hey, what's gotten into you?
Doesn't this all seem awfully suspicious to you? If she wants to make up stories, fine.
but she's making herself out to be some kind of goddess. What a load of crap. If you want to be a hero, do it the right way. Don't resort to dirty tricks.
What if she's telling the truth?
How does that make any sense? Don't you find this even the slightest bit bizarre?
I mean, it does seem far-fetched.
You see? I'm telling you, she's lying through her teeth.
I'm not lying to you.
Of course you are!
You can check the data. She's a robot.
Without any proof, there's nothing I can do. I just feel terrible for those innocent Nikkes who died by your hand. Do you remember their faces? Their names? Do you remember what kind of people they were?
Rapi doesn't know how to respond to this situation. She has never been taught, and there is no protocol in her nymph for a scenario such as this. So she decides to follow her instincts. That's right. I forgot about this. I should have clipped it.
My tooth!
Oh, she knocked her tooth out?
Hey, are you crazy?
Bam.
She's crazy. Instructor!
Wait, why is this the part where we're all like...
As far as I can remember, that was the first time I have ever acted on my own accord.
A memorable day, sure. But one marred by violence. So, what happened next?
I went to jail.
Fights between Nikkes weren't as common back then as they are now. So, I was sent to the rehabilitation center.
The rehabilitation center? Oh, man.
Oh, man! Uh-oh. There are no heartless machines. They are our friends, and we must work with them for a better future. With Nikke. This ad is brought to you by Tetraline. Rapi stares blankly at the TV hanging on the wall in the corridor beyond the bars. Rather than feeling guilty for striking someone, she feels elated for having had a will of her own and acting on it for the first time.
Will I be able to try other things as well?
Hey, be quiet.
Rio.
They always show it right after that ad, so hush up.
Thrilling music plays from the TV. Rapi turns her gaze back to the screen. A woman in flashing outfit dances and sings with a wide smile. After 20 seconds of her routine, the woman disappears and an ad for vitamin supplements begins to play. Rapi turns her attention to Nikke, who had spoken earlier.
You seem to be a big fan of Pretty.
She's the best.
Pretty?
She gives me strength.
My woman, she gives me strength. It's like one of those people. Rapi continues to stare at Rio, unable to take her eyes off her expression. Her entire face is beaming with joy and excitement.
What are you looking at? You aiming to end your life early?
Rio, please. If we cause trouble here, who knows what will happen to us?
I don't understand. Do I die if I look at you?
You're about to if you keep looking at me like that.
What precise sequence of events would lead to such an outcome?
1, you keep staring at me. 2, I get pissed off. 3, I beat you to death.
I don't follow the progression from 1 to 2.
Keep staring, and you'll find out real quick.
Hey, I'm sorry about her.
You gonna keep eyeballing me?
Yes, since I want to understand.
Alright, fine. Allow me to make it crystal clear for you.
Rio bum rushes Rapi. Rapi instinctively punches Rio in the chin, and she falls to the ground with a heavy thud.
Huh?
I still don't understand. Is there anything I am missing?
I won't forget this.
I won't forget this.
Rio? Rio? Oh my. She's fainted. You're pretty good. What's your name? I'm Wendy. Rio was the one passed out on the floor.
I am RR15436.
Winnie silently looks at Rapi with a faint smile. A smile Rapi can't fully make sense of.
I'm Rapi.
Okay. Rapi. Nice to meet you. We're all mass-produced Nikkes here, so we're free to speak casually.
Rapi understands what she meant by that.
What did you do to get in here?
I see you're not one for small talk.
Do you have any hobbies? Where would you most like to go? What are your aspirations?
She's just repeating what Sarah said to her.
I must say that I'm not used to such a direct approach. It's caught me off guard a little. How about you?
Me?
Yeah. Shouldn't you start by telling us your story first?
I don't have anything to say.
Then I'm afraid there's no deal.
I truly don't have anything to say.
Huh?
I have no hobbies. There is nowhere I wish to go. No aspirations. I have nothing.
Was your memory wiped?
No. I simply have nothing to recall.
Come now, that's impossible. Every person has at least got some memorable things to remember.
I am no longer a person. I am a Nikke.
You're funny. At least it looks like I won't be bored in here.
Why won't you be bored? Is there something interesting in this place?
There certainly is. I'm looking right at her.
Skull head. The skulls, you know.
No, you're supposed to say you're okay during moments like that.
But I'm not, so why would I say I am?
It's a matter of politeness, a social courtesy. Just
They already become
keep
friends?
that in mind, okay?
Okay.
Pop quiz. Someone steps on your foot. What do you say to them?
You got a death wish or something, punk?
Okay, they're teaching her bad habits. Oh no. It's like married all over again.
I see Rio's been teaching you more inappropriate phrases. You should say, "It's okay."
Okay, again?
It really is a magic word. It makes you out to be the bigger person, which causes the other person to think about what they've done. It's a way to defend yourself while also attacking.
Why is it necessary to defend and attack during a conversation?
Ugh, this is so frustrating. Where does someone this clueless even come from?
Does your chin still hurt?
Of course it does. I'm letting it slide because you apparently didn't know any better, but if you'd done it intentionally, you'd be 6 feet under by now.
Right.
6 feet under? What does that mean?
Dead. In the ground. Buried.
But why?
Ugh, you're driving me crazy! Wendy, I've got a proposition.
What is it?
We toss her out into the open and have her figure it out on her own. She'll either get beaten up or cursed out, and she'll have to learn the hard way.
That may be true, but there are 3 reasons why I'm using the current approach.
What are they?
1, we have a lot of time to kill here at the rehabilitation center. 2, with this new information, Rapi might go on to teach other people who are clueless like she once was.
How does that help us?
She's useful for us as well. An opportunity to impress yourself upon another isn't easy to come by as a Nikke.
I see.
3, it's fun.
Rio glares intently at Rapi's expressionless face.
Yeah, fun. Oh, it's time for the ad.
Everyone's attention turns to the TV in the hallway.
Everyone be quiet.
They are not heartless machines. They are our friends, whom we must work towards a better future with Nikke. This ad is brought to you by Tetraline. Should I read that as Mustang? Tetraline!
Here comes Pretty.
Quiet.
All right, all right.
Rio stares at Pretty dancing and singing on the TV, mesmerized. After the ad ends, she seems to savor the lingering emotions it stirs within her.
Rio,
Yeah?
are you into Pretty?
What do you mean?
Are you into Pretty?
Huh?
You have the same look on your face as when you have a special meal. You always want it all to yourself.
Well, I guess there's a bit of overlap. If only because there is that feeling of desire. However, to be exact, it's more like envy.
What are you envious of?
Oh, the way she sings and dances. How all eyes are on her. Not to mention how gorgeous she is. I want to be like that, but I can't. Here you go, envy.
Why can't you be like that?
Are you seriously asking me that? Look at me. Use your brain for just a moment.
You and Pretty are both Nikkes. You're both Nikkes, so why can't you be like her?
Is there anyone you want to be like?
No.
Of course not. You will eventually, way down the line. I guarantee it.
Oh, foreshadow.
Then you'll understand what I mean.
She runs into Redhead.
Wanting to become something is one thing. Actually becoming it is a different story.
I'm not sure I understand.
You are exhausting, you know that? I'm going to sleep. Today's lesson ends here.
The clanging of the iron door closing echoes through the hallway. Rapi stares at the entrance of the rehabilitation center. She finds the mental exercises and forced labor at the center far more enjoyable.
I should never have come here.
Hey.
Rapi. I was waiting for you.
Let's go.
Where?
You haven't decided on a squad yet, right?
Not yet.
Come with us. Join our squad.
Why?
For crying out loud, just come. Why do you always have to ask questions?
That's just how she is.
You're right. We want you to come with us because we feel sorry for you.
Damn.
And there's still a lot to teach you. So, stop talking back and just come. Our squad has its own unique name instead of a serial number. I've already brought you up to the squad leader, so hurry.
The squad has a name?
Yeah. Most squads go by serial numbers, but those that are a cut above the rest have actual names. Ours is Skullhead. Ever heard of it?
No.
Look it up. We're quite famous.
All I see are articles about you being involved in violent incidents.
There are only recent articles. Look up some older ones.
Who cares about what articles have to say anyway? Are you coming or not? For your information, our squad specializes in combat. We operate differently from transporting or mining squads. You can fight, can't you? That's why you got that medal?
A combat squad?
Mass-produced Nikke squads are divided into three main types. First are those which secure resources on the surface. They go up to the surface, locate resources, and transport them back to the Ark. The conditions they have to work in are far from ideal. The mortality rate is high. And that's what your previous squad was, right?
Yes.
The second is Ark defense. They stay in the Ark and maintain law and order. At least, that's what they tell us. In reality, the Nikkes are little more than cannon fodder and emotional punching bags. And the third is combat units. That's what Skullhead is. They either overhaul key facilities on the surface, or proceed to specific areas to exterminate raptures. They're the creme de la creme of the three types. The mortality rate is the highest, but so is the glory. Even though Nikkes were heavily criticized for their disappointing performance in the Surface Reclamation War, the Goddess Fall incident and the With Nikke campaign promoted by Mustang the CEO
Mustang.
of Tetraline.
So, when is this set? How old is Mustang? Because that's the thing, though. I'm assuming the nurse would be in her 30s or 40s when talking to Rapi. And she remembers the surface, so she probably went into the Ark in her 20s, I'm guessing. So that would mean that... I mean, Rapi should almost be pushing like 60. How old is like... I'm assuming that also they probably have the ability to extend life. Because, I mean, Anderson's over 100 years old, obviously. Because he was the OG commander of the Goddess Squad. And come on, it's so obvious that that's him. And he's still around. But obviously he has health issues. And there's also something special about his blood. Which is why the commander is also special. Because either the commander is a child of Anderson, or the commander is a clone of Anderson. That's my theories.
Have allowed us to regain some of our former glory. The treatment we received has improved by leaps and bounds, so it's a coveted role for any mass-produced Nikke.
Not for me.
We know you don't desire anything, but in extreme environments where life and death hang in the balance, anything can happen. I'm saying that there's a high chance you'll find something you want.
Besides, it's not like you have anything else going on, do you?
I don't.
Then join us, why don't you? Wouldn't it be better to stay with us rather than rub strangers the wrong way?
I don't rub people the wrong way.
You're doing it right now.
I'll come with you. What do I have to do?
Kill raptors. That's it.
Rapi, stop them! Don't let them through!
Roger.
Rio, are you okay?
They blew up one of my legs.
Hold on, I'm coming! Rapi, cover me!
Roger. I'll keep an eye on the Rapture heading in that direction.
Where's the squad leader?
Much appreciated.
What lovely reassurance.
We raised a good student.
Phew. Well, you nearly brought the farm back there.
You said the same thing yesterday.
All joking aside, raptors these days are no joke. They're getting stronger and faster.
That's true. It might not be possible to beat them with our current weapons before long.
Are the Raptures evolving?
What kind of crackpot theory is that? How could a bucket of bolts like those things evolve?
Ordinarily, I'd agree with you. But I think at this point, it's undeniable.
They have been evolved. Wait. I've read papers. They are evolving. They used to eat organic life to power themselves. Now they power themselves. I don't know how.
I'm not sure if evolution is the right term. But they're absolutely getting stronger.
If you're all done with maintenance, we're moving on to the next operation area.
Rookie commander.
I'm not done yet.
It better be Johan.
I'm still putting my leg back together.
Hurry it up. For crying out loud. If we're late, it's your fault.
No, that would be your fault, you jackass. Not mine.
What did you say?
You heard me.
Hurry up. We need to get a move on.
I'd be... I'd be a good commander. The Nikkes would love me.
Yeah.
The new commander exchanges a few nervous glances before leaving.
It's people like him that are causing us to go through such a rough patch.
I can't deny that. The switch from having our own squad leader to a human commander
Okay.
has muddled the chain of command and resulted in more casualties.
How long has it been?
2 weeks.
Only 2 weeks have passed and we've already gone through 3 commanders?
Correct.
Is this only happening to us?
No, it's the same everywhere else.
What a load of crap this is.
I agree with you there. With that being said, I think they'll be doing away with the commander system soon enough.
No, not soon enough. It's gonna be decades.
The fatality rate amongst the commanders is so high that there won't be many officers left in the Ark before long.
These higher-ups don't have the slightest clue what they're doing.
You know what's kind of interesting? So turning the woman into Nikes is a way to get rid of the woman, and then turning men into commanders is the way to get rid of men to keep the population down. It's messed up.
Okay, at one point in time, there was a legendary commander who was absolutely incredible. But how many times do we have to keep failing before they get it through their skulls that this system doesn't work? How long are they gonna keep trying to ram these commanders down our throats?
She's either talking about Johan or young Anderson.
If they're so desperate for qualified commanders, why don't they build some kind of military academy?
These are just rumors. But there is apparently a squad with a human commander who is performing extraordinarily well.
That has to be Johan.
I believe he's called New Hope.
Yep, that's Johan.
He's the reason the higher-ups continue to enforce this commander system. That's not the only thing they're experimenting with. They're also trying out all manner of different engagement tactics in different locations.
Why would they be doing that?
The answer lies in another rumor that's been going around.
Do you always spend your entire day gossiping?
I heard the central government is preparing for a second offensive to reclaim the surface.
What?
One 100 times larger in scale than the first offensive.
Did you say 100?
Again, it's just a rumor at this point. But I do think it's possible. That would explain why they are experimenting with different tactics. If they're preparing for all-out war, they'd want to collect as much practical data as possible.
War?
Hey! Hurry up and move!
Yeah, we're going. I hope that punk gets what he deserves out there.
Don't joke about that kind of thing.
Who says I'm joking?
I understand why you feel that way.
Let's get this over with and head back. There's a concert tomorrow, so I've got plans lined up from morning onwards.
Pretty?
You bet.
I heard she was in a bit of a creative slump. Is she back?
What are you talking about? She was never in a slump.
Right. My apologies.
You guys want to come? I heard entry is free.
No thanks.
I'm also not interested.
You guys are boring.
Next day, Nikke dormitory. Rapi examines her equipment prior to being deployed. Wendy lies on the bed playing with her phone.
Are you getting ready already?
Yes.
How come you're always so on top of things?
It's easier this way.
How long has it been since you joined us, Rapi?
3 years.
3 years? Holy shit, that much time has passed?
That long? Time really flies. It's been a while since I've asked you, but... have you discovered what it is you want to do?
No.
I see. Well, I should start getting ready.
Wendy suddenly bolts upright, leaping out the bed with startling speed.
What? Rapi! Rapi!
What?
Have you read the Arc Daily today?
No, not yet.
Pretty. He's dead. She was murdered by a Nikke-phobia in the middle of her comeback concert.
A Nikke-phobic? She didn't put the phobic, just Nikke-phobia.
What about Rio?
I'll contact her. The last message I got from her was that she'd arrived at the concert.
I'm here.
Rio!
What's wrong?
Are you okay?
What do you mean?
Pretty, she...
Oh, that. I'm okay. Too bad about her dying. She died so easily. It was hard to believe she was even a Nikke.
Rio?
Oh, Rapi.
Yes?
It's been a while since I gave you a lesson. Here's one more thing.
Yes?
There's no point in trying so hard. None of it matters when you die. You can strive to be the best in life, inspire countless people, and give them hope. And it all amounts to nothing in the end.
I tried so hard, it got so far, but in the end, nothing really matters.
Life is meaningless.
I had to fall.
It doesn't matter how
to
hard you
lose it
try.
all.
If some crazy
But in
person
the
intent on
end,
ending your life
it
comes
doesn't
after
really
you,
matter.
it's all over in an instant. So what's the point? No need to put so much effort into living.
Rio.
No matter how much you strive to achieve, how brightly you shine, how beautiful you are, all someone has to do is lift a finger, and your life ceases to exist. So don't bother trying. It's all meaningless.
Wendy approaches Rio and embraces her.
I'm sorry, Rio.
What's wrong? I'm okay.
You're clearly not okay,
You're
Rio.
coping.
It's all so meaningless. What's the point of living? Why did Pretty work so hard to achieve everything she did? All it did was get her killed.
That's not true. I didn't know Pretty personally, but I'm sure the reason she worked as hard as she did was because she was striving towards something.
But we'll never find out what that something was. It's not like she'll ever get there anyway. Not anymore. It's better to give up on any dreams or aspirations you have. It all amounts to nothing when you're gone.
A few days later.
Rio, did you want to become like Pretty?
No. I wanted to become a pop star like her, yes, but not Pretty specifically. What? Is that so hard to believe?
So, it was more than just liking her music, huh?
Okay, so I dreamed of becoming like her. Is that not allowed? Even though I never made any concrete steps toward that dream, it all ended so suddenly anyway. A dream that died before it even began.
Rapi.
Rapi hands Rio an envelope with extravagant patterning.
What's this?
It's a ticket to partake in an audition to be the next Tetra pop star.
What?
Rapi and I had to pull some serious strings in order to get that.
But these are so sought after. You can't even pay for them.
Everything has a price.
We found a way to purchase it.
How much did you pay?
In a situation like this, I think it would be better for you to simply say thank you rather than ask how much.
I can't do this. I haven't even practiced, let alone gotten into the right headspace. I don't have any outfits, and...
Well, you can start now. The audition is in 3 months.
I'll be rooting for you. I want you to show me that hard work pays off. I'm sure you will learn a lot.
Think of this as being like one of the lessons we gave Rapi. Now, go get him.
Okay. I'll try my best. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh. Rio continuously hums a song by Pretty throughout her mission. Despite multiple warnings by the new commander to stay quiet, Rio pays him no mind and continues humming. Even when he begins harassing her, Rio shrugs off the remarks and continues undeterred. That night, Rio, her eyes crimson red, fires upon her squad mates as she hums Pretty songs. Fuck, she got corrupted? What the fuck? That's fucked up. After Wendy is forced to shoot down Rio, she smiles briefly and then turns her gun on herself. The gunshots draw in nearby raptors and a battle breaks out. The commander dies in the skirmish, and only 2 members of the squad are left standing. Rapi and the other survivor return to the Ark. Who's the other survivor? Rapi is put on standby after a routine checkup. There's a warning on the news cautioning the public against fake Tetra Nikke audition tickets, which are circulating.
Well, no. No.
It was fake? The Skullhead squad is disbanded due to the members being killed in action. Rapi begins to understand what Rio meant by life being meaningless. Rapi looks at the mirror. In her reflection, she sees the same expression Rio has shown her on the day Pretty died. She feels empty. Is Rio me? Life really does feel pretty empty. Time passes. Rapi continues to carry out her missions as part of an unnamed combat squad. Before she knows it, all the squad members except her are replaced, either due to being killed or by going mad. This process repeats itself several times. There were many who had hopes and dreams of something better. They all died before they had a chance to realize those dreams. No one was immune to corruption, and none could overcome it. Rapi couldn't remember how many lives she had to end, their eyes burning red as they repeated the same words over and over. The mind switch is a horrifying spectacle. Their victims' personalities transform in an instant. Any relationship and bonds they might have had are disintegrate instantaneously. Innumerable Nikkes lost their lives in a flash. They were lost to raptors, to the environment, to humans, to other Nikkes. Their lives seemed so fleeting and fragile, devoid of meaning. All Rapi wished for was it to be over, for these aimless, purposeless days to end. Time passes. The Ark is starting to bustle with activity.
The second surface reclamation war is guaranteed to succeed. It will be conducted on a scale 100 times larger than the first.
Ends up failing and Johan runs away.
The New Hope, a legendary commander in the making, Johan, will lead the war effort.
I said his name already.
The technology of Elysion, Bacillus, and Tetra is cutting edge. All the particles which disrupt Rapture communications have been dispersed through the surface. Humanity has no reason to lose. Victory is ours. We are going up to the surface. We will reclaim our homeland.
The second surface reclamation war.
With everything and everyone on the line, the second surface reclamation war is officially declared. The Ark is more lively than ever before, with many people whipped into a fervor. The word hope echoes at every corner, repeatedly, incessantly. Rapi understands the emptiness that came with that word, but at the same time, gazing upon a world whose inhabitants were filled with such hope, she couldn't help but cling to a little bit of hope. Perhaps she too might come to share in that hope they all had. 2 years after the start of the second surface reclamation war. As soon as the elevator doors open and reaching the surface, more than half of Rapi's squadmates are quickly killed in a rapture attack. Rapi continues to move forward with the remaining squadmates. While on the move, the squad was ambushed by raptors, and most of Rapi's squadmates were killed along with the commander. Rapi continues to move forward with the remaining squadmates.
Wait!
What's wrong?
Where are we going? Why don't we go back to the Ark? What good can we do out here? There are only 4 of us.
We have to join up with the others and resume the operation.
Okay, she has to be running into Red Hood really soon.
What good will the 4 of us joining up do?
I'm assuming this story's probably going to end with her running into Red Hood. And then when they release the second part, it should be going over her experience of being, with... Well, first them doing the tests on her. And then her being with Absolute, let's say Unwa, Vesti, and Emma.
We can still be of help. We need...
Oh, I totally skipped
This
that.
fight was already lost before it began. It's been 2 years, and we haven't taken back a single meter of land. If they think they can reclaim the surface, they're delusional. This is a suicide mission. Do you have any idea what the survival rate has been for Nikkes during this war? 8%. Everyone else is gonna be slaughtered. This is my 4th time on the surface, and I've been lucky to come out alive each time. But things have really gone south this time. You ought to know this stuff too. It doesn't seem like this is your first time up here.
I'm aware. Yes.
How many times have you been up here?
If you're referring to during the Second Surface Reclamation War, this is my 27th time.
27th? You're lying.
I don't lie.
What's your name, by the way?
Rapi.
Rapi?
Do you know me?
Oh god! It's the Grim Reaper!
The Grim Reaper?
Grim Reaper?
If I stay with you, I'm as good as dead. Everyone who goes with you dies. Just saying the name Rapi is akin to a death sentence. Gah! I said it again! No, I don't want to die. I'm not going to die, am I? Someone save me, please!
I didn't kill anyone.
I know, but... Oh... You really didn't kill them?
No.
I don't believe...
What the fuck was that?
Artillery fire. Everyone, brace for impact.
Rapi looks around, but no one is left. Rapi looks in the direction the fire came from. Several raptors are approaching in a cacophony of noise.
Again, I'm the only one. I'm sick of this.
Rapi aims her weapon at the raptors.
Only one rapture remaining.
Oh, yes, this is it!
I don't have much ammunition left. I need to aim for the core, but I don't have enough ammo to create an opening.
Just then, the raptor turns its head, fires a beam cannon off to the side.
What? Why is it doing that?
Rapi immediately dashes out from behind her cover, not leaving herself any time to think. She takes off running towards the raptor, which turns back to her, but it promptly is assaulted by a hail of gunfire to its core. Raptor's core loses the light and goes silent. Rapi catches her breath and looks in the direction of the raptor fired its beam. Yes! Someone is approaching. Yes. What do you say this was like? I can't remember how long Red Hood slept. It was like 50 years. I'm assuming this is probably going to be the end of this part. They are dressed from head to toe in red. Rapi can tell that the approaching figure was a Nikke. The red figure stops in front of Rapi.
You're a Nikke, aren't you?
Rapi nods her head.
I haven't seen you before. Oh, I'm sure I look like an insane person right now. Could you, by any chance, tell me what year it is?
Something about this doesn't feel right. But the Nikke before her seems to be in genuine distress. So Rapi shows her her phone screen. The red Nikke stares at the date for a long time.
Huh. It's been 30 years?
Yeah, 30 years. There we go. 30. I can remember it was like 50 or 30 years. But that gives us a good time date. So Rapi has turned into a Nikke probably in her late teens or early 20s. That's what I'm guessing. So all the CEOs are like over 100 years old. Because Red Hood basically, she fainted like a few days after they closed the Ark. Because while the rest of the God Squad are fighting up on the surface to make sure the Ark closes, Red Hood's like wandered back to her, or wherever the hell she went and fell unconscious.
You. Let me talk to you for a moment. What should I call you?
Rapi wordlessly takes out her label.
Mass-produced Nikke RR15436. That's your name?
Rapi nods her head.
That can't be right. Don't you have a proper name?
Mass-produced Nikkes like myself don't have names.
I feel like they just took this right from the the Red Ash
Don't lie to me. You must have a name.
story part.
I'm Red Hood.
Is that your real name?
Well, yeah. So, what's yours?
Rapi. My name is Rapi.
So what's yours?
What's your dead name, Red Hood?
Rapi.
That's Rapi?
My name is Rapi.
Ugh, I don't like old Rapi's voice. Footstep Walk, run, to be continued. Yeah, those bastards! How could they do this? When did we get in story 2? Oh, we're getting... we're getting it next year. Oh, man. Well, there you go. I still can't believe that... I thought Rapi chose to be a Nikke. I didn't know it was going to be not her choice. Well, in that... Well, there was like 2 options I thought it would be. One, that she was sick and basically decide herself. Or that she was going to like die like in a hospital. And then they really, you know... Your parents signed a thing you're going to be a Nikke. Or like this random girl who doesn't have a family, she's orphaned. Let's turn her into a Nikke. Kind of stuff like that. I didn't expect her to like... Yo, she got cured, left the hospital, and then fucking died in some random incident out on the streets, and then became a Nikke. I know it was gonna be like that. Yes, this is very interesting. I mean, the stories are all always pretty damn good. Whew. I mean, of course, I was expecting it to be a depressing story, so I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe all these bad things happened to Rapi. It's kind of like, that's to be expected. All her teammates dying. Sounds about right. I really wonder though, I better see some Unwa action, and she better have a good voice. I don't want that whatever voice actor they had during the frickin' winter event they had going on, because she sounded like shit. Of course, I'm only listening to this in English to make it easy on myself when recording. Oh man. I'll see you guys in the next parts, and I'll also be uploading Scarlet stuff, her affection story, and then I'll doing the New Year New Sword. Which, and then of course the Black Shadow, which I recorded like like a month and a half ago. It's been a while. I've been slow. All right, things have been tough.